ability to use your voice to do interesting and evil.
Awful things.
The episode, I want to say it was either 4 or 5 in Tanya the Evil, where it's the attack on the city. And it's like, maybe I should do that. That must have been cathartic.
Oh God, it was so. I'm getting chills just talking about it. So I don't want to spoil anything for Tanya, but Tanya's evil, hence the saga of Tanya the Evil. But basically, it's kind of a military anime. But she, in times of war, whenever you're going to attack a city, it is considered protocol to announce and say, hey, we're about to attack you, GTFO, or you're all going to die. And so she normally is very straightforward, and even though she's 10 years old, she doesn't really sound like a 10-year-old. Everything is very much like, we're going to militarize, this is what we're doing, and then we're going to move in there, and hey, you guys, move in there! But what she does is she decides, hey, you know what, I'll do that. Hand me this thing. Hello! We just wanted you to know that we're about to attack you! Like, really, really, really cute, so all the people there are laughing, and then she kills them all. This is my kind of anime. I'm sure that everybody else was watching like, oh my God. I mean, while I'm in the booth like, yeah, burn it to the ground.
I saw the hand over the mic, heard it, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm busting up because it's like, you must have been rolling.
I loved it, and it's so cool because it's such a good show, and I really hope it ends well or continues. But Jeremy Inman loves the show as well, and the engineer loves the show, so it's like really cool because we all really dig the show, and to really, really love something and put so much effort into it, but we get so into it. We're like, oh God, did you see this week's episode? We get to do that. That's awesome. So yeah, we've had a great time, but that's one of my favorite moments probably in anime ever because it's so brutal. Yeah. I love it. Who hasn't asked a question?
Me?
Yeah, you with the mask.
Alright. What was your favorite episode of Tanny and Stocking Gargoyle?
Whoa. I like the Transformers episode. Although I'm still a little butthurt that Jamie got the best line. The who's more than meets the eye now. Love the truckers. But I like In a Room. I forget which number that is. I think it's episode 11. I'm not sure. But it's the one, maybe it's 9? It's the one where they're in a room, and it's just Panty and Stocking, and they're hanging out on the couch and talking, and I love it because it's just the two of them, and you get to see their relationship, and then they order all that food and get sick, and then Garterbelt is like, ah, and then Brief comes over. It's just super fun because you get to see them kind of, like what a normal day with them would be like, I think. They're not chasing any ghosts, they're not doing anything crazy.
Normal.
Yeah. Normal Panty and Stocking. That one's my favorite because it's super fun. And Jamie and I have even considered like maybe at conventions doing that like as a scene where we would perform it, like just live action scene, only without all the food. But we might do that in the future. The pole and the basketball and everything. Way back there.
What is the process for writing an episode of an English dub?
Good. Are you gonna be here tomorrow?
No.
Oh crap! Because I was gonna say I'm doing a whole panel about it in the morning. Basically, just to run through it really, really quick. The process is everything is translated. We have a team of translators. Unless it's Crunchyroll, it's something that we're getting from Crunchyroll that they translate it. Send it all over, and then our job is to make it fit the flaps. But not just that. Like we're not just taking the translation and going bloop, because that never works. The flaps are all different. You know, translators translate different, so we have to adjust. Also, when you translate something, all of the characterization is pulled out. You know what I mean? Everything's very formal. So example, on Fairy Tail, when I was writing Fairy Tail, I could just kind of use Urza's straight translation and it would work very well because she's always very formal. Everything is, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Natsu can't talk that way. If Natsu's like, I am going to go over there and defeat that dragon, it just doesn't sound like Natsu. So then you have to add that characterization in and put the gunnas, wannas, shouldas, hattas. So I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna kick that dragon's butt is much more, it's the same idea, but it's just much more Natsu. So it's our job to look at the intent of what is being said by the Japanese and make sure that intent is there, but it's not necessarily verbatim word for word. Because I think if we go word for word, there's so many weird intricacies about the language that you'll actually miss things, if that makes sense. So we spend a lot of time adapting, or I do. I tend to get the shows that require a lot of research, Or like right now I'm writing Handshakers, which has no source material, meaning there's no manga, it's not based on a video game, it's literally its own story. And we don't get any information on these simuldubs from Japan other than like, here are the characters, here's how tall they are, maybe here's their blood type, thanks. So it's really, really hard because then sometimes you'll have, something in the Japanese that takes, they'll have the translation is, oh, I don't feel so well, and then the flaps that you see are, what do I put in there? I can't just make stuff up. So usually you go to the manga, or you go to the video game, or you go to the source material to go, okay, what else can I supplement this with since the translation is so short? With something like Handshakers, I literally have to find ways to get creative and say the same thing over and over and over again. So it's difficult, but I love it. I absolutely, truly love it as much as I complain about it sometimes because it is very stressful. But I love it.
What time is the panel for the dub thing you're talking about?
Tomorrow it's 11:30 to 12:30. I don't know what room it is in.
How does the Crunchyroll differ? Like, how do they translate it in difference to the way you get the stuff from the other translators?
Well, we have in-house translators. We have 2 in-house translators, and so usually what Funimation does when it's their title, they have Japanese speakers who speak English, like people who spoke Japanese first and then learned English, and then we have people who speak English or learned English first and then speak Japanese, because what happens is you have a lot of nuances in language that if you're not really familiar with both, some people who spoke Japanese first will pick up on things that people who spoke English first will not. So it's kind of a cross-pollination to make sure. Unfortunately, we don't always have the time for that these days. Now we kind of just go with it, and then if we have issues with the translation, if we're not sure about something, then we contact our in-house translators, and they're really good about going, no, let's do it like this, or this should have been that. But usually, we're very good about communicating.
That's a good strategy.
It works really well because with any language, like if anybody speaks 2 languages, there are idioms and things that you might not pick up on that if you translate verbatim sound really weird. And I've gotten that in translations before where I'm like, I think that might be an idiom or a turn of phrase that somebody didn't realize was a turn of phrase because there should not be anything about tomatoes in this very dramatic scene, but okay. So yeah, it works out well to make sure all of your bases are covered.
Your panel tomorrow is in this room.
In this room. In this room tomorrow at 11:30. If you want to hear about that, it'll be awesome. Blue wig.
Are there certain characters that give you a lot of vocal fry when you have to use them?
Oh, like that hurt the voice and everything? Yeah. Well, it's funny. The one that hurt the most has kind of paved the way, and I did it for such a long time that now it doesn't hurt anymore. So there's a character named Leo, and D. Gray Man, and he's the top of Rhodes' umbrella. And he talks like this, Leo. And back then, it really, really hurt. But after doing that voice for a while, now if anybody has played Tales of Berseria, I played Bienfu, which is kind of just a variation of Lero. So I've learned to do that. Please don't try that at home. I should say, because it does hurt. But I've kind of trained my voice. I say it's like martial arts. If you're a martial artist, you go to the dojo and you get beat up and you get bruised. It's called conditioning. So that way, when you go back to the dojo and you get hit, you won't get bruised again because your body's so used to getting beat up all the time. So it's kind of like that. My throat has been through some conditioning, shall we say. But yeah, those voices are the ones that are the hardest. Anything that has that May Rin quality to it too. Talking like this is fun, but please don't do it at home for a long time because it will hurt your voice. Yes, it will. You haven't asked a question.
How does it come about that you are cast in something that you direct, and if you don't direct very often, what is it like being cast in something that you wrote?
I don't know what the protocol is for directors casting themselves. I know back in the day, like when I directed, I didn't want to cast myself in anything, but it's kind of they kind of do it to protect themselves because that way if an actor cancels, they're not losing however much time is blocked. It means that at least they can throw themselves in there and be like, well, we're doing something. So I'd always cast myself as small characters. That way, you know, if I had time, I could just squeeze it in between. But normally, I don't know what the protocol is on how to do that now because I haven't directed in like 8 years. As far as being cast in shows that we wrote, it just depends on the director. Like, we used to have auditions all the time, and we still have auditions for DVD dubs, but unfortunately for the simul dubs, it's just too fast. There's really not a lot of time. So what they'll do is, for those of us that, you know, they call the veterans that have been working for, you know, 15 plus years, they'll just go, hey, okay, this person's gonna be Monica, this is gonna be Chris Sabat, this is gonna be Leah Clark, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll have auditions for the roles that they didn't cast with some of the newer talent so that they get an opportunity to audition, because it's not fair for them not to have that chance and show what they can do. Yes?
Well, I was wondering, with the translations and having to change the culturalization, what's your favorite or most different one you had to do for penny stocking garden?
Oh, I didn't write that one, that was Jamie.
Which is your favorite that like did transfer over?
I never saw the original. Because the thing is with Penny and Stocking, sorry, I totally try. Every time you try to sneak in, I'm like, come in. You wanna come sit with your boyfriend?
Yeah.
They have a bromance and it's totally cute and I love it. So with Penny and Stocking, the reason I didn't watch it ahead of time is because Gynax had gone to Funimation and said, hey, yeah, I'm serious. I wasn't joking, you guys. It's all good. I'll get him back.
Are you saying Ian's not a threat?
I mean, he's a triple threat. He's a lovely person. But Ron says he's a threat, so I better watch my back. He's on me, actually.
Remember, you're Chuck.
He's both of our friends, so it's mutual.
Remember, you're Chuck, and you say
I do kick you a lot. But the reason I didn't watch the Japanese on that one is because Gynax purposely went to Funimation and said, look, we understand that Eastern comedy and Western comedy are two totally different things. So here's what we want you to do. We want you to keep the intent of the story, but they told Jamie, make it as dirty as you can within the realm of United States law. And then their second request was, any dirty words you use, you need to put in a document that you can send back to Japan so that they can learn those words. So she basically had to create an encyclopedia of foul language. Like down to water sports, y'all. Like she had to describe it all. So that way that people in Japan could use those words, because the guys at Gynax were really into like using those words. So I didn't want to get too accustomed to what they had done, since I knew that what we were going to do was a little bit different. Things like in Japan, not to be gross, but in Japan, foreskin is funny. They think that's hilarious. Whereas here we're like, and there the F word is a big deal, whereas here, like, you can turn on Showtime or pretty much any channel on cable after 10 p.m. and it's like, F-D, F, 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 right? So, you know, there was a little bit of difference there, so we did that little bit of change, and that's why I didn't want to watch the original. But now, I want to go back and see it. They apparently liked what we did because we're on the Blu-ray release in Japan.
Yeah, they usually do that.
Which is so crazy to think that we're in the living rooms of Japanese people just hanging out on their DVD disc. Yeah. So yeah, it's super cool that apparently we did a good job because they were like, yeah, we want that on our Blu-ray release. Let's do it. So that's exciting. I've had way too many emails. I don't know if you've gotten these in kind of broken English, like obviously from like Google Translate, that are like, I like Penny and Stocking. Stocking funny. Ha ha. I love voice acting. Yay, America. So I'm like, I guess you watch Penny and Stocking. But a lot of people are using it to learn English. So if we suddenly have a bunch of Japanese people coming over and going, hello, shit pickle, then we'll understand why. No, that was shit pickle. Oh, sorry, Ron.
That was the last straw.
No, I thought it was because he was on the phone and I'm just saying shit pickle.
Andy or something.
Oh, his boss, great.
No,
Oh, okay.
which is even funnier. Hi, we'd like a table for shit.
I mean, why not? Yes, ma'am. Well, if you were here 2 years ago, I cosplayed Mayrin because we had a Black Butler reunion, and that was super fun. And it weirded me out because I was expecting like people to be like, "Oh, that's cute! Look at her in her cosplay." And I came out in cosplay, and people flipped out. I was like, "Oh, hey, this is how rock stars feel. Awesome!" But it was also funny because now I totally get how you guys feel when you're at a convention because people didn't know who I was, but they were stopping me to take my picture. So I'm like, excuse me, can I take your picture? Yeah, yeah. Excuse me, I'm like, oh my god, I feel for people. Oh god. And it was.
Did they realize?
Yeah, they didn't even know. And it was kind of cool too because I could run around the con and nobody knew it was me because I was in cosplay. As far as in the future, I'm definitely working on a stocking cosplay. Because any excuse to eat cupcakes all day, I'll take it. And also we're trying to find somebody. Either way. Really, probably start off free and then Ron, we're trying to find somebody to make a kigurumi of her cat, skeleton cat, so that he can run around in that. Other than that, there's several that I want to do. I want to cosplay Yona. I think that she's absolutely gorgeous. I love that show. I would dress as Tanya, but I'm scared because she's evil. And so I'm afraid people would be scared of me, or I'd be scared of myself. And that wig would be really hard to do. She's got some crazy hair. Right, yeah, she's got crazy evil expressions I don't know that I can pull off. So.
What about Michiko?
I would love to cosplay Michiko, but I am not wearing short shorts. I will save you all from being blinded by the paleness that is Monica. Yes. From which one? I would love to do that. Yeah, Himamiko is awesome. She's super, super cute. And her little, like the chomping thing, when it was written in the script, it was just written as bite. It's like, right? I mean, what? So I play index and all of a sudden all I do is bite people? Like, I can do other things, you know? But yeah, I think she's super, super cute. I love her. Yes.
How do you feel about like how she was in the palace, you know, with all such a princess and didn't know much, and then I don't want to get too much away though.
Right. I can say that if you haven't seen Yona, it really is a beautiful anime. If you like action adventure, it's got that. If you like drama and suspense, it's got that. If you like a story that revolves around a powerful woman, it's got that. It's super, super, super great. And it's kind of a reverse harem. Yay! How often does that happen? All the boys. So I will take all the boys. But the great thing about Yona is that for me, it's a growth. You get to watch this young lady go from a kind of entitled, prissy, spoiled brat, and she turns into this woman kind of right before your eyes, and that's not really spoiling anything. You can watch it and you will see. On top of that, you've got beautiful animation. When we were working on the broadcast dub, even the broadcast video, which is much lower quality, I'm like, this is really pretty. When we went back and did pickups and I saw the actual animation, I'm like, oh my god, everything twinkles, and it's all gorgeous, and Yona. He plays Geisha. He's one of the dragons, Geisha, you giant hand. But it's also got comedy, it's got humor. It's just a really, really great show. And I really enjoyed it. And then again, Chris Sabat as my anime hubby. We can't get away from each other. Every single show, we sound totally different. Like in real life, it's like, hey, I'm Monica. Hey, I'm Chris Sabat. You would never think of those things to go together. Ever. But we keep getting cast. We keep getting cast as opposite each other. Oh, is it last time? Lightning round! Well, okay, so what lightning round means is you hold your hands up, and you can totally ask Ian questions too, is that okay? No? Oh, they're filming, so no. You can ask me questions, so what I want you to do is raise your hand and keep them up. I'm going to try to answer it as fast as possible, okay? And you can keep them up, don't put them back down, because, I know that's really rude, but whatever. Yes?
So aside from Aoyuki, do you have any other favorites that you like to listen to?
I have a lot, but unfortunately the seiyuu that I love so much are not working anymore, which I find very sad. Yes?
Wedding cake, what are you gonna make?
Oh, all of them. Can I give that an answer? I'm just gonna have like screw all the food. It's just gonna be cake. Yeah. Yes.
How hard was doing the Coco?
Oh God, Tomoko and Watamote was way too easy because I relate to her way too much. Yes. Kirika Yumura in Noir, because she doesn't say a whole lot, but she conveys a whole lot. If that makes sense. Yes. Ooh, Disney Princess.